Yo, yo.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, bro?
How's it going?
I'm chilling, you?
Good, good. Let me pull up your VOD. So we're gonna use a screen share in Twitch. I mean, in Discord. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is you versus just a Fox. Okay, so we're doing Fox Falco today.
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna. So, what do you think about this? I wanted to go over Falco Marth, but then somebody who also teaches me said I get no Marth practice. There's no point. I won't be able to use it.
Do you have net play?
Yeah, but like, there's no one really like good around.
I hear that, but like, well, we can do Fox Falco today, and then like after I'll let you decide if like it's worth doing Marth, because I do think it could be
Like a universal help kind of
yeah.
thing.
So
Right.
since this is like your first lesson, like I'll just explain like how these usually work. And
Okay.
so how that works is I usually have like the student tell me like 3 to 4 things that they like need help with or that they want to improve on, and then we'll go through and watch a VOD together, and I'll try and look out for those things, because I don't know if you've ever done like a lesson, or if you've ever done like your own set analysis. When I started playing Melee, I had a habit of just taking note of everything that happened. And whenever I did an analysis, I was like, oh, I messed up here, gotta work on this, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, by the end of the analysis, I have like 50 notes. And it's like, well, where do I start, right? So instead, like, we're just gonna like try and focus on like 3 to 4 like main things, and then work on improving those things. So like, because if we just go through this whole set and we point out like everything wrong, it's gonna be like way too much to process.
Yeah,
that makes
definitely
sense?
been there.
Okay. But also I also think you'll probably understand it a lot quicker, because I do think like you're one of like the better players, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because like I didn't know about you until this weekend, but I saw you beat Magi and the real thing.
Yeah.
So like,
Be like that.
yeah, so clearly like you're not like brand new or anything like that. So like a lot of this stuff is probably gonna make sense like real fast. Okay. But oh wait, no, I'll turn on my screen share. Sorry.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Might be. Okay. So do you have like a few things that you want to go over in this matchup?
Universally, I just want to understand the concept of respecting the opponent too much, in general. Because everyone tells me, oh, you're letting him breathe. You should be locking him down more, etc., etc. Or if not that, people just tell me you're in the perfect spot, but you're using the wrong moves, and I'm like, oh, okay, where?
So, pressure and move selection is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's so I'm gonna watch a few stocks, and then like give you some of my thoughts. Do you want me to start from here, or like this is
No, you can start from the beginning.
Okay. Let's take a look.
This is my Fox training partner.
Okay. So I'm assuming he knows like a lot of your habits and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like that is not like a standard Fox stock. That's like just like a Fox stock of someone who knows how you play in like your defensive habits. So right now you're the one like kind of getting locked down.
Yeah,
Okay.
there.
Looks like you're still warming up a little bit though. I probably might watch like 2 games. Okay.
Yeah, this is like literally us hopping on the sticks.
Yeah. I already see like a few things that I would like love to go over, because it's something that like you're my second Falco student.
Probably all have the same problems.
Yeah, like it's just like a similar problem, and we're just gonna go over like this concept. Like I'm assuming you watch Mango play a lot.
It started from PP, but then no more content, so turned into Mango.
Okay. And I'm just like, do you like analyze Mango's like current play?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. That was good.
I'm sure there's still a lot of things that go over my head though.
Yeah, cause like when I go over like this concept that like Mango abuses, and we'll like watch a few videos of Mango where you just be like, wow, like he like sets up this mix up like almost every single time. It's like I'm pretty sure I like one set or one game I counted times, and it was like an 80% like chance he like went for this mix up or this setup.
You just banked on it.
It's like it's hard to explain because like he does this thing to like give himself space to react to different things, and then he just applies mix-ups. Like I'm gonna watch one more game. It's gonna be like super obvious on FD as well. Okay, so like right here, what I'm noticing already is like your like laser mix-up. Like after you laser, this is like pretty bad. So, do you watch your opponent?
Yeah, I do. Like more lately though than anything.
Okay. So like the rule number one with Falco is like after you hit a laser, is like you definitely want to be like looking at what your opponent does after the laser. And like so what you're doing is like you connect this laser, and it's like you have like a clear path to like start applying pressure, and you kind of give up all this space, right?
Okay.
And this is like something that like Mango or like Ginger even would never do. Like they connected the laser, and it's like now it's time to apply pressure. And it's like you connected this laser as well, and you kind of give up space again.
It's like a golden opportunity.
Yeah. So this is like a huge problem, and it's like what you're doing. You're also like just wasting movement. So like real quick, let's actually look at like let's just compare like
Mango, someone doing it.
Yeah. Mango versus FLiiNcHy. Like I haven't even watched their like latest set, but fuck it. Oh, I'm sorry, we have to watch a 30-second ad.
That's me and Spotify. I'm not paying for that.
Yeah. Okay. So like right now we're just gonna look out for like when Mango actually like connects a laser. Like even right there, like just a small change from like you is like he like gets this laser and he like starts taking space.
Just go to center stage.
Yeah. Like I mostly want to look for when he connects a laser. That's like what's more important. Because you're also like your game plan also has to change like if the laser hits and if the laser hits a shield. So like you have to know like what Fox's mix-ups are when like your laser connects with a shield. Like 9 times out of 10, a lot of Foxes tend to full hop out of shield if your laser hits the shield. And then, but like if your laser hits them, they have a lot more options. They can dash forward, they can dash back, they can up tilt. So like you kind of have to change your game plan. So let's just watch. Okay.
I believe it's coming down.
So like right here, this is like the main mix-up you're gonna see Mango do is this laser dash back. And I actually talk about this like way too much, but I think it's so good. Wait, he has a new tattoo? Wow. Anyway. So like yeah, so like just this like baby dash back, like this is gonna be like a staple for you. And like what this does is it sets up like a reaction point, like real quick, like Sammy Drug Fox taught me what reaction points are, so I feel like it's my need to tell everyone else what they are. Reaction points are like when you do something and you're like not actionable, and you should be like watching your opponent the entire time. So an example is if you do a spot dodge, or like an example right here, like say this Fox is up tilting. Say you're this Fox and you're up tilting. During this up tilt, you can't do anything else. You can't dash, you can't shield, or whatever. So you want to look at your opponent during this up tilt and use your up tilt as your reaction point, decide on what to do next. So like what Mango does here is when he lasers and dash backs, he uses his like dash back as a reaction point. So when he dash backs here, it's like, oh, like I see Foxes in the shield, like I can go in like late air, overshoot, down air, whatever. Like you can do something safe. But like during this time, if Mango had dashed back right here, and Fox might have full hopped, then like that's your reaction point as well. And when Mango decides to go in, he doesn't have to go for this down air. He can just dash, he can shield, he can do something else. But like he's 100% like reacting here.
Okay.
So you're gonna see this a lot, like even right there, like This
So he
is how he
reacted
sets
to the
up his
up tilt?
reaction. What's up?
So he reacted to the up tilt, and then he noticed shield and reacted to the shield. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
He set himself up with the dash back.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like already again, like dash back again, like right there, Leffen just clipped him. But like this is legit like his main mix up. Yeah, let's just watch for another example. Yeah, and then there's no point of doing it. You don't want to get into the habit of doing it every single time. Situations like this where like your laser just connects, you can get like a true follow up. That's
So I definitely think he reacted to hitting the hit confirm because he could have.
Yeah. That one you just know that your laser's gonna hit. Like if you play enough, you know that this laser's good, and you don't need to dash back. Like you're not gonna see like any like. Mango moves a lot, but it's not like useless movement.
Here's a whole thought process.
Yeah, and like right there.
Scary.
that there was scary. So like he connects this laser and dashes in, dash back, dash in. So like that's also something you're gonna want to be doing. Like you aren't gonna be able to react 100% of the time. A lot of times you're gonna have to guess. And usually like when it depends on the type of fox you're playing against. Like Leffen is the type of fox to take laser and up tilt a lot. So doing this laser dash back and waiting out the up tilt is gonna be like extremely like good versus Leffen. And that's kind of what like Mango does, but instead Leffen dashes back that time. Doesn't get punished though, because like Leffen didn't space it well enough. I'm not sure. Okay, like even in the corner he does it. So yeah, connects this laser right here, dash back, and then it's like you see that like Fox did something stationary, right? And like the dash back, when you dash back, you can react to like an up tilt, a spot dodge, a full hop, like a shine, something like just something like that Fox is doing stationary. Like Fox's counter here is to take laser and dash forward and like nair or shine or something, but he has to take a risk to hit you here. So it's like if we want to go over the mix-ups again, like laser dash in down air or a dash in aerial. Laser dash back, dash in down there, like a delayed aerial or whatever.
Yeah, so if he pushed in here and took while taking the laser, he would have countered Mango?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let's say Mango shot that laser, he did just run and try to punish. Is it one of those things where you just lost RPS, so now you gotta make do with the situation?
Right here, I think Mango just used the wrong move. I don't think he should have down aired. I think Mango was right. Like, I think he played this perfectly, he just didn't use the wrong move. Like, you almost never really want to use down air against Fox at 0, or even, I forgot the percent, around, I think
0 to 35.
30? 35?
30, yeah, 35.
Okay.
There and there, knockdown.
Alright, yeah, so if you know that, then, like, you should know at these percents, like, you want to be using Nair a lot more.
Yeah,
Nair,
I usually try to drift everything.
Yeah. So, like, I even think, like, a late Nair would have been pretty good there.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, I think I kind of fucked him up this game. Do you remember that? But Leffen, I mean, not Leffen. Mango wins the set, so.
Yes, sir.
I'm assuming you watched this live.
Yeah, it was hype.
Yeah, no, we'll watch the next game. Mango's also in chat.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Down there, yeah.
Lasers.
Lasers are just like so important. You're not gonna beat Fox like
So
just
I have a
raw
habit
movement.
of like doing double lasers from ledge really high to cover them jump into the platform.
Mhm. That's bad.
I don't know. Is it bad?
Against a Fox like me, it would be terrible. Cause I just like crouch under and just shine.
Yeah,
but
I
like
see you down there. I won't do them that high, right?
no, Fox can crouch under like even like the lowest laser, or he can like crouch cancel shine the lowest laser.
Okay.
The thing with that, like I don't want to say it's bad, but like it's bad if you're doing it like 80% of the time.
Which I am. So.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, then it's bad. Like I think everything, like a lot of things can be bad if you're just doing it like 80% of the time in a situation like that. I think Mango doing like these laser dashbacks 80% of the time is not bad because this is like a neutral situation where like his opponent has to take a huge risk to hit him. the situation that you're talking about, like, I don't have to take that bigger a risk. And the risk I am taking, like, if I aim right, you die. It's not like you lose neutral. You, like, literally die.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, and then I want to talk about this laser that he does. Like, again, like, he's not doing a laser dash back every single time. There are times where he gets lasers this close, and he just decides to, like, go in and jump shine. I do think this jump shine is super good. Leffen just got a roll out, so that's fine.
I hate that so much. Aim for your head. And just
Yeah. Falco can't really do much. Kind of has to shield or read it with an up tilt.
Does auto cancel bair to beat it? That's more of a read.
Yeah. The auto comes back as a read. Up tilt, I think you can do in reaction, and shield you can do in reaction. I believe.
You probably have to be turned around already though.
Yeah. Okay, next scene. Okay, so a perfect example of like his reactions, because like last time in this spot, he dashes back, and we saw him dash forward and short hop because Fox has shielded or did a shine or something stationary. This time Fox moves forward, and like we noticed that Mango doesn't commit. He actually shields. So like this is just like amazing reactions by Mango here. And this is what I mean by like your dash back can be your reaction point right here. Like you can look and see what Fox is doing.
Okay. So you saw he took the laser and it wasn't worth like being there?
Yeah. Like Leffen, the thing is, Leffen actually won this mix up, but it's still like a good reaction by Mango. Cause like Leffen dashed forward. All you have to do is like nair or shine. But he like ran the spot dodge. Like Leffen won this mix up, but like the fact that Mango still didn't do like his standard like set play, which I think a lot of Falcos do, is like it just shows like how much he's reacting off of like all these lasers. Okay, laser down tilt, nice.
Nice.
Oh, that was good.
Clutch master.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
run at him.
Yeah. So I love when like really good players do the thing that like bad players do, where you get hit. But again, this is just a mix-up. Like again, so watch this. So he does a laser. It doesn't hit, but like he just goes straight in, and he just gets up tilted. And this is like why like going for like imagine if he dashed back here, then he waits out this up tilt. But again, that's the mix-up. Like if he dashes back and Fox decides to dash forward, then like you lose that situation. But like if we're keeping up with the meta, Foxes are doing more stationary things after taking laser. They are not being like very aggressive for the most part. Like we've already like watched just one game, but we've only seen Leffen dash forward once after taking the laser.
And he didn't hit it, so
yeah.
Try it again, really.
Yeah. Oh no, I have a new video on that.
The side B.
Yeah, side B.
Yeah.
That down smash is a big meme. Okay, not much happening here. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's just dead. Okay, perfect example again. Just like look at his movement. Like it's not a lot, right? Just like 2 dash answers, maybe like 3. Like gets a laser here, dashes back. So this time Fox didn't do anything stationary, right? So let's like, look at this again, because this is actually so important. I actually can't believe how like well he reacts to all these situations. So gets the laser, bam, dash back. This is your reaction point again. So like notice that Fox has not done anything stationary. And this time he just lasers instead of like going in for like a down or whatever. Like Fox dashes back this time. Does that make sense?
You mind showing me that one more time?
Yeah.
Okay, dash back.
Yeah.
He tries to push in immediately. So I see what you mean by how Mango, he gives himself space,
Mm-hmm.
and then shifts the laser, and then that space he gave himself is like reaction, reaction points.
Because like if you're here's the thing, like I'm trying to find an example of how close Fox wants to be. Like this this is Falco's range, in my opinion. This is like the range that like Falco plays at, and I think this is a bad range for Fox to play at. Fox wants to be. You can't see my mouse, can you?
No, I can't.
Okay, I'm gonna use a tool, like in whatever this random pen thing. Okay, you can see this, but my stream can't. Okay, like if I were just to like. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
So, like, the distance that Fox wants to be at is, like, right here. So, pretty much, like, for the stream they can't see, it's just, like a character length and a half forward. That's, like, prime distance for Fox because, like, obviously, like, Fox is a lot faster. Falco's going to have to make a lot more reads there, where, like, Falco would do, like, auto-cancel back errors or, like, really fast down errors. But they won't be able to set up, like, laser spacing and give themselves, like, enough room to react.
In the space that Fox wants, right?
Yeah, this is, yeah, exactly.
That's the punish laser range.
Right. Okay. Yeah, this distance is really good. And what does Leffen do here? Leffen, like, just...
What was that?
He delayed up tilt. Yeah, so, like, the way to beat that is definitely to delay up tilt. There were some weird interactions there because he shielded the laser instead of, taking it, so it's fine.
Nice.
And then we
So
might. What was that?
How do you feel about alright? So platform tech chases.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to just jump to something else. But,
Yeah, that's fine.
reacting with grab is like that's the only thing I can react with immediately, kind of thing, right?
Let me look at the part you're talking about. Here?
Yeah.
Here, this is like a weird situation. I think you can just shine here. So, God, how platform tech chases go with Falco? I believe if you are, I think it's more.
I think it's so hard.
It's hard, but I think it's better to be under them.
Okay.
Because if you're under them, you can pretty much cover everything with jump shine. Like you can cover tech in place with jump shine, miss tech, get up attack, and attack rolls with jump shine. Like I think that one's pretty simple, and I can show you how to set that up like an Uncle Punch, but it's not that hard.
So I've been trying to lab, and the beginning of the left side and the beginning of the right side. When you're right under there, let's say you're beginning on left and they tech right, you have enough time to like dash forward and then jump shine that side.
Yes.
Same thing vice versa.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, yeah, same. But I don't know. It's like percent dependent.
It all depends on like where you're positioned at the start. Cause like just like on stages like Yoshi's, I think it's extremely easy because the platforms are small. Same with Stadium. On a stage like Dreamland and stuff like that, it might get a little bit harder, but I do think it's still possible.
Okay.
This is just based off of like playing it against Ginger for like 5 years and like getting tech chase in these situations.
It's always like up tilt covers a lot.
Right.
Grab you can react with pretty easily.
In this situation, like you kind of almost want to treat this situation is not that much different from like if you two were just on the ground. It's like you cover tech in place, cover tech in place with shine, you cover the tech rolls with grab pretty much. Some tech rolls, I believe if Fox tech rolls to the right here, you want to cover it with runoff shine. That's what like West Balls kind of pioneered.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, so I think covering with runoff shine over here is better. If they tech behind you, I think you just want to grab or up tilt. I don't think runoff shine works that well if they tech behind you, because if you're late and the Fox can shield, then that means like once you push them off, they're actionable. But like, do you know how that works? If their shield is back to the ledge, then they go into tumble when you push them off. But if their shield is the other way, if their shield is the other way facing the ledge, they don't go into tumble. They just go into free fall and they can do an action.
That makes sense. Is that why I'll get like aerial first or shine first?
Yes, that's exactly why. You'll never get aerialed here if Fox techs to the right and shields. You will be able to run off shield him like without getting hit. But if it were the other way around, if he techs to the left, then you are going to get aerial if you're not fast enough.
Copy.
Okay. So that makes sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, and Mango goes for a grab there. It's like, you could just shine. You could up tilt, you could shine. There's a lot of things. I don't hate grab, but like, grab just didn't lead to much. But again, it's like,
Yeah.
in tournament, you kind of just do the thing that's easiest in the moment. Okay. Good laser dash back there as well. Yeah, it's all about like giving yourself room to react. Because laser doesn't even connect, but he still dashes back and recognizes that this full hop happened. Easy laser grab to the ledge. Wow.
Nice.
I 100% thought Mango was going to the ledge there.
Oh, hitting that every time is actually pretty hard, in my opinion.
The up smash?
On shield, yeah.
This is something that like I feel like he's the only one that hits it like every single time.
Yeah, I'm trying to steal that.
Yeah. So we might like towards the end of the lesson we're probably going to add like some things that you should be practicing. Also, like I'll give you like a list of things to practice because I don't know like how your solo grind is. Like if you were to describe like your solo practice, what do you do?
I have a text doc I can send you right now.
Oh, okay.
You can just get a quick glimpse.
Yeah, sure. Let me look at it. Practice. Oh god, I have so many tabs. What just happened? Okay. So look at this. Dash dance, cross the stage, 2 minutes. Wave dash, this is good. Dash, wave dash, that's good. Yeah, this is all like practical things that you should be doing. Retreating laser, short hop.
The laser wave land, laser wave dash and laser dash back are like the biggest things for me right now.
Okay. How do you know like about buffering dash back?
No.
Okay, so you can buffer dash back for 2 frames out of pretty much anything. So
that's broken.
when you do your when you laser, you have 4 frames of landing lag. So what that means is on your 3rd frame of landing lag, you can start your dash back, and it will buffer for 2 frames. If you do that on your 2nd frame, you just get a turnaround. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will show you how to set up that practice to make sure you're getting that perfectly. Wave land in place. Yes. Wave shine dash back. Wave shine dash back. Backwards wave shine follow ups. That's good. Shield pressure. Nair shield. Yeah. Low nair. Okay. Okay. So we're definitely going to add onto this. This is good, but I do think I will show you some things that I would suggest you practice after like watching a little bit more of you. So we saw a bit of Mango. Let's go back to you now. And like we can just compare like these 2 lasers. Like just these 2 lasers alone. Like this is a huge change that would be made to your game like immediately.
Yeah, I'm not even like reacting, using that as a reaction point.
Right. It's like way too much space. And yeah, like kind of right there, like way too much movement, right? It's like when we saw Mango do it, it was like baby dash back, go in, baby dash back, go in, right? It was just like one fluid motion. Like right here, it's like, yeah, it's like way too much movement, right? Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay, so like, God, this is actually so important. We might just spend the entire lesson talking about like this topic.
I'm down.
Because I think it is pretty damn important. So now, like, let me go into Dolphin right quick and like kind of show you how I would practice this. It's like this. Do you have 20XX?
See which one I had.
4.07.
This one doesn't tell me, but I think it's the right one.
Okay. So, something I figured out you can do is you pick Fox. Like you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. I would also use long FD, just like whatever, it's better.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. I would put Fox on stay, and like this Fox does something pretty interesting. Like when you laser it, it does something.
The hell?
Yeah. So like you can use this as like reaction practice. Like if you see like the Fox move backwards, then you want to pull off. Like, you don't want to do an aerial, right? And if you see the fox like move forward, then you want to like possibly do an aerial like that, or stay in place. Like, you see that, like how I reacted to him moving backwards and just shot another laser instead of doing something preemptive.
Space with laser.
Yeah.
Quick question about the dashback though.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you know that the fox is gonna dashback. So I guess you shoot the laser, and then the second laser you shoot should be almost landing on top of them. And
Yes. If you are reading the dashback, then it should look something like this. Should look something like that.
But it has to be them taking a laser to initiate that, like to tell them, like, yeah, go ahead, do your dashback.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, like this fox is even dashing back too. This is good. But yeah, like, this is like the main laser that like Ginger does against me, where he knows I'm a dashback, and he just like waits it out, overshoots the laser. But yeah, actually, hold on. Let me plug in my other controller to show you like some actual, like, to just explain the mix-up here.
But
Dolphin also crashed. No, my Dolphin's super crashed. Holy shit.
Task manager, where you at?
It's just a blank screen for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay,
I'm gonna have to download that one.
What's up?
I'm gonna have to download that one. It's not the
Yeah,
one
no, this 20XX is super useful, and I would also suggest like learning how to use these like save states and everything. I have a video on how to set all this stuff up, but
I think I watched that video. I've been using the save states in recording.
okay, good. So yeah, like biggest example like we went over is like this is like a pretty common thing that comes up in a matchup, right? It's like this situation.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, like this comes up a lot, right?
Mm.
And like, so if we were to, after this laser, to do a baby dash back instead, and then once we dash into short hop in, like we see that fox is up tilting, and then we can get like
another one.
Yeah, no. Then we get our late nair.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
That looks really good. All right. I'm
Yeah.
always afraid of fox throwing out another one, to be honest.
Well, like here, like, so that's why like you can practice this. You can, let's just set fox to do 2 frame perfect up tilts next time. So like, cause yeah, no, like most foxes will like do 2, right? Okay,
Now,
so
can I beat it in between the 2, or should I wait for the 2?
you can beat it in between the 2. So we dash back, we dash in, we short hop, and then like he will not be able to get another one out here.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is just like standard mix-up. This is how you beat like take laser up tilt. And again, like for fox to counter this, fox would have to, let's control fox now.
I take laser dash back because you're doing the aerial.
No, it would be take laser dash forward. Like this is like, I think the better counter to Falco's dash back. Because if we were to take laser dash back here as fox, then during this time you should be able to react and not do your aerial. You should be able to drift back or something, double jump, but you shouldn't have to do your aerial right here because this is like so far out that like you should be able to react. And even if you do an aerial, like you should be able to pull it back. So like fox doesn't get an easy whip punish here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And then so like in cases like this, like then if we know they're dashing back, then we're gonna want to be dashing forward and overshooting our laser, like so, or whatever. something like that. It's kind of hard to make it in these recordings, but this is kind of like how it was.
That laser is to sort of stump his approach at you, right?
This laser would be to catch the dash back.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. So again, like you still have to take like notes on what your fox is doing. Is your fox a fox that has a high percentage of doing something stationary after taking laser? If that's the case, then like this is gonna be like your best friend. Like
yeah,
just
the uptilt is gonna. He does it like 80% of the time.
Okay.
It's not that. It's dash back every time. Nothing else really.
Okay. Then yeah. So if he's doing something like that, then like it's actually going to be really easy for you because you'll never really have the fear of him hitting this dash back, right? So you'll be able to do stuff like you'll be able to just do this mix up like over and over again. So this is also like this is what I would add to your practice is something like just this until you get like the habit of it. Like something that Leffin told me a long time ago is when you're practicing something is to like spam it. And like in this case, like next time you play this fox, I don't know like if you two have like a rivalry with each other or whatever.
Basically, but we can play each other all the time.
Okay.
Do I lose with that?
So like I'm assuming that he knows like he'll notice when you're trying to do something new or he'll notice when you're trying something out. So
yeah.
like next time you play him, I would literally focus on something like this for like 5 games in a row. Even if you get 4-stock over and over again, like it doesn't matter. The point is to like do this enough to where you can find out for yourself when it's good and when it's not. So I would try and spam this mix up as much as possible. See when it works, when it's bad, when he's reading it.
My question is, so alright, that laser to bait the up tilt.
Mm-hmm.
How close or how far can I be?
So I would say about like this distance. This is about the distance where like Falcos do this, right?
Okay.
And this is the distance where if I'm a fox, then I would take laser up to take laser dash back at this distance. So I think this is a good distance to go for laser up. So this distance and like up to about here, like right here. I don't think it's that good to do it this far. I will say that. Like I don't think there's any reason to do that. Because this is kind of what you were doing. You would laser this far and you would dash back. And it's like you don't want to give up space.
I was terrified of him taking it and then like just doing something coming at me again.
Right. But like this distance is reactable. Like if he
realized that.
Yeah. If Fox were to I forgot. There is a way to set this up, but it's extremely hard. But you can literally set up a fox to randomly to nair you at this distance in like 8 different save states, 8 different timings, and you can have it randomized. That I can send you that later. It's really hard to set up, but this distance is like completely reactable. Like if Fox were to just randomly short hop nair me right here, I can probably back air up tilt to do something preemptive or whatever, but like you don't have to give up all the space to avoid it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So yeah,
like that reaction point to my gameplay. So you know that mango laser that you mentioned before? He used it as a reaction point. What are other general good reaction points to have? Like if I went for this, like forward throw for example, I think that's a reaction point. Like not at 37 below when they don't get knocked down by it.
That one's a little bit more like just like a setup, I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
Reaction points are more like I said, it's like when you're in the action of doing something, like during your up tilt, like all this, like you can't do anything, you can't press any buttons, so like you should be looking at where Fox is, and it's like if Fox is right there, it's like oh maybe I can get another up tilt in, so you make the decision to up tilt again. However, if you're in this situation where you up tilt and you notice that Fox is over there, it's like you should know not to up tilt again because like he's too far away, right? Does that make sense?
So why would I do it again if he's closer to me?
Because he can hit you. He's in a spot where like you can't reactively do something. Like if Fox dash hands is here, like you have to guess what he's gonna do. But if it's over here, you don't really have to guess because you're far enough to where you can react to his options.
That makes sense.
Okay. And yeah, like the thing is, you'll have to learn this with every character as well. Like how far you can be to react to like their quickest option. With Peach,
I know the thing, but I haven't done research on it.
Yeah, like with Peach, it's going to be dash attack. With Sheik, it's probably also going to be dash attack. With Fox, it's going to be running shine or running short hop in air. With Marth, it's going to be like, I don't know, whatever Marth has, like some wave dash down tilt or dash down tilt. That's probably his fastest option, or dash attack as well. But yeah, you're going to have to go through like all the characters and like figure out what the reaction points are. And yeah, like have you ever done shadow boxing?
Not recently. I know it's a thing.
Yeah, shadow boxing is probably going to be the quickest and easiest way to practice this type of stuff. So like, the way I would do shadow boxing, and the reason to do shadow boxing is to like train these things to become subconscious. That's like the biggest thing. You're not going to be able, like, if you go play tournament right now, and it's like game 5 last stock, you're not going to be able to like be like, all right, laser dash back, do this mix up, because it's still so fresh in your mind. Like your default, like your years of practice would probably just do something like that, or like give up space or whatever, because that's like your default right now.
Yeah.
But if you shadow box enough and you train this to become subconscious, then like in those tense situations, like your body is just going to do this naturally. I don't think Mango thinks about laser dash back at all. I don't think he's thought about it in like years. I think it's just like something that he like, that's a habit he built, like just playing Falco for like a decade, and there's just like no thought to it. It's just like it's natural. But like for you, since like this is all new to you, this is what you're gonna have to practice for it to be, like hit that subconscious level. And that goes for like almost like pretty much everything in Melee. Like you want to make as many things as subconscious as possible, so you don't have to like think about it.
Super agree.
Yeah. So using like, I would start shadowboxing training with that, and what I would do is I would just set up a Fox like this, and I would laser, and I would just pretend, like I would think in my head, like what's this Fox gonna do after this laser? Or like if he up tilts, if you take laser up tilts, I'm gonna do that. And then like you want to start applying the mix, like Fox's mix up in your head. Like if he's gonna take laser dash back, I'm gonna do this. And like even though you don't see him dash back, you still have to imagine him dashing back. Does that make sense?
Just realize the potential.
Yeah. If you think the Fox is gonna shield the laser and full hop out, like to help with like that type of shadow boxing, I usually just like put the Fox on shield or something like that. It's like I shoot the laser and I think he's gonna full hop, and I like visibly see Fox full hop in my head, and I'm like, okay, I cannot get there in time, so I'm probably gonna continue dash dancing and maybe laser his landing or something like that.
Alright, so with Fox full hop, I know the answer is like dash back, like high laser, let's say. Is auto cancer bair good?
It can be. It depends. Fox's full hop is like so, like it's a whole nother thing to tackle. Like he has so many drifts. He has double jump. He just has so much shit. I do think doing this is pretty safe against Fox's full hop. Something like that. If you think he's full hopping into you too much. Also doing things like this, like giving yourself like enough room to react to like Fox landing on you.
I feel like the up tilt is so inconsistent, so I kind of stopped doing it.
Really? I think the up tilt's still really good versus full hop.
I conditioned them.
The Fox does have to mix it up. Like Fox can do non-fast fall to throw off your timing.
That's
like,
the one that fucked me.
Yeah, the non-fast fall. Yeah, no, that one's really good. So you can do things like that. So I can see why like the up tilt can be like a little inconsistent. It's probably your biggest reward though, however. Because like Falco's not like a whiff punish type character, right? Like you're not gonna like dash hands grab Fox from his full hop. And like even if you do, you're not gonna punish him as hard as like another whiff punish character like Marth, right?
That's what I resorted to.
Is dash hands grab?
Yeah.
It's like it's not bad. You still win the interaction. You're just not gonna get like the biggest reward off love it. So,
way dash back, way dash forward is pretty good.
That?
Yeah, just way dash out of the space and then you can go back into it.
Yeah. Again, I would still prefer like dash back instead of way dash back. I don't think there's any real reason to way dash back instead of dash back. I think shine way dash back, that's a totally different story. I think that's a lot better, but I think there's no reason to way dash back here. Falco's slow, like his short hop is also slow. You don't want to just like put yourself in these frames because like with dash back you have like so many more options. You can back air. I can't back air, but I literally cannot back air. Yeah. You can back air. You can just jump away.
I actually agree with that then.
Yeah. Like you don't want to like. This accomplishes the same thing as that. Is what I'm trying to say.
And more options.
Yeah. Okay. I can show you the dash back thing really quick. So like yeah, let's turn on that and say so we're landing with a laser. And like look at our landing, it goes 0 to 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can start your dash back on 2. Okay, so landing 0, so that's 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames. So on this one, I'm gonna hold back, and like even though I'm still in landing lag, since it's buffering for 2 frames, the next frame I'll enter turn and then dash.
Wow.
Yeah.
You said if I input it on frame 1, I'll get stuck or something?
Yeah, so if you input it too early, this is what will happen. Like you'll land 1, 2. Let's say we input it now, our dash back. We'll still get turn, but we'll get this.
Get the walk?
Yeah, that's what we get.
Gotcha.
So, how I would suggest practicing this, because you want to do this at the aerials as well. So, training codes, color overlays.
Is that how Falcon does like the almost instant turnaround gentlemen's?
Maybe. Maybe. I can imagine it. Is it squat weight? So yeah, squat weight and weight. Yeah, those are the two. Okay, so like as you can see, like you're green when you're just in weight.
Mm-hmm.
So I would do something like this. You see how like I'm still getting green sometimes. Like you want to try to like limit that to like no green because it's a 2-frame window. Like right now I'm not getting any green. It just means I'm hitting it frame perfectly every time. So like that's like a good way to practice it, in my opinion. Okay.
So out of everything, lasers, at aerials.
Yeah, pretty much out of everything. I'm just checking our time. So we started at 5:06. Okay, so we have 10 more minutes. I feel like the stuff I've given you so far is like a good thing to practice. Also, like regardless of if you take another lesson, you should still message me on Discord like how progress goes and if you have any questions. Like when's the next time you think you're gonna play this Fox?
Probably tonight.
Tonight? Okay. I would love to hear like how things go tonight, and you can even send me like some clips and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And this like also reminds me of like my first drug Fox lesson where I went in with this vibe versus Zane. I was like, I have all these things I want to talk about, and like game 2, like momentum swing, game 3, blah blah blah, and like we literally did not get through the first like 2 minutes of game 1.
Oh god.
Like because the issues were so clear. It's like he doesn't need to watch like the rest of the games because like you can just tell. So yeah, like, and I imagine it kind of be the same like here, like where we can watch this. I also feel like you're also pretty slow off of these things. Did you wave dash back here? Let me see. No, you dash back. Okay. Oh, this isn't 60 FPS, whatever. I'll watch a few more things. And it's like, of course, you have like other things you need to work on, obviously. But like, I think
but I gotta start somewhere.
that's a huge one to work on. That's pretty good. I think also once you do this, you'll realize like how to just punish Fox's up tilt when you dash back. You'll get an idea of when Foxes want to up tilt. Like you'll recognize the spacing like really fast. Okay, so yeah, it's like right now I feel like you're just caught in like this like set play, this loop. Like I'm gonna laser on a dash back laser. Like that's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
In like these certain positions.
I think I was trying to see how he would handle it,
but
not sure.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
you got it. You'll learn how to punish this. Like you get like that dash back was perfect. This is literally perfect. Where you dash in.
I'm telling you.
No, like here.
Nah, he showed me. I believe you.
Can't see. Oh, my stream can't see. Oops. Whatever. You can see. What's up, Chris? Oops. Whatever. Yeah, like right here. Oh man, yeah. That's an easy punish.
I just do it.
Yeah.
Just Nike that shit.
So like if something that you can also do, I would also add to your practice if you want to get used to it, is set a Fox to frame perfect double up tilt. And like get that timing down. You say you don't know how to, or?
Oh no, I'm just repeating. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah. I also I streamed this lesson as well, so like if you want to go to my VODs and also rewatch this, if it's like too much to keep up with, like definitely use that to your advantage.
I'm definitely gonna save that. You gave me exactly what I wanted. Just watch my games, see the holes, and then
yeah. All right, that's sick. I'm glad you learned something. I'm hoping that you see like some type of progress. Again, like it's gonna be hard. Like you just
it's not gonna happen overnight.
Yeah, you might just get like fucked next time you play this Fox.
Never. Nah, he's sick.
Yeah, no, he looks pretty good. But yeah, I'll watch the end of this game. Just like see any more things. That was good. Ginger? Oh no.
I've been doing this thing where I'll do dare, edge cancel, grab ledge. That way if they do tech side B, I can get from them.
That does work. It loses to tech wall jump side B.
Okay.
Is the thing, and then you put yourself in a situation where you had an edge guard situation and now you're on the ledge and Fox has center stage and like that's the last thing you want.
That's true.
I do recommend like trying to practice the ginger nair. I did like you can tech it for sure, but it's a lot harder to tech than down air.
It goes through the stage, right?
What is it?
The nair goes through the stage almost.
I don't know if that's how I would describe it.
Okay.
It just got how would I describe it? It's so weird because there's like so many different types of nairs that he does in that situation. If I'm just giving like my raw estimate though, I say I would take it about like 65% of the time.
Word?
Yeah.
Word.
But I would, if Falco's down there, if I'm playing a Falco that's down there, I'm taking it 99% of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So like just that's it. I would maybe not even 60, like maybe like 55% of the time I tech it. It's hard to tech. But the down there is I'm doing that eyes closed every single time.
I hate Falco shine from the front.
Oh yeah, it's pretty small. Yeah, that kind of sucked. I think like you actually did like the right thing. I feel like.
Game said no.
Yeah, game said no. You know, you're probably dead.
Yeah, he dropped these. Oh no, he doesn't.
You're probably dead. Okay. I think that should be enough. However, I would start writing. I'll start writing it down for you. I'll message it to you in Discord. Things I think you should add to your practice. Number 1 was take laser dashback spam just to get a feel of it. Or I mean laser dashback. So just give me a second. I'm typing these notes to you.
Yeah, do your thing. Definitely gonna set up the buffering dashback out of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gonna do the double up tilt, because since I'm so afraid of it. Trying to get in between them.
So, laser dashback, be aware of mix-ups versus shielded laser, and taking laser. What else? Dashbacks, 2-frame dashback, after actions. 2-frame dashbacks, after actions. Punishing double up tilt. Well, it's not necessarily double up tilt, right? You're punishing the first up tilt. You just don't want to get hit by the second up tilt.
True.
Yeah. I if you can punish the first one, I would say punish that one. If you can't punish it in time, then you can wait for the second one, but like
So it's like not necessary.
yeah, most of the times. Yeah, I think these are 3 good ones to start. What else in shadowboxing? Okay, so those are like the 4 things I think you should like spend like, I don't know, maybe like 30 minutes a day on. I don't know how much you practice or how like much time you have to practice, but I think that is like enough for right now to fix like some huge holes I already noticed.
Do you think? Well, I probably am gonna be anyways. I should be more aware of my reaction points. Like I like that terminology a lot.
Yeah. I would also recommend pledging to Sammy's Patreon. I think like his $5 pledge, you're allowed to listen to his lessons, because he is much better at explaining this than I am. The thing is, like, he just doesn't have like any opening spots for lessons, and like I'm a little bit cheaper. But
I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with you. You already
like if you understand me, then that's good. But
no, we're good, bro.
I definitely don't think like I'm the best at explaining this stuff. But I would suggest like just throwing $5 towards him and listening to just one of his lessons, because he talks about it in almost all of his lessons. And if you're lucky, you'll wake up one day and you'll just notice that he's doing a Fox Falco lesson, and it's like, oh, easy.
You take those?
Yeah. So yeah, I would highly suggest that. But yeah, okay. So I think that's gonna be it. Again, like, feel free to message me throughout the week. Even message me tonight and let me know how the games go.
All right, bro. Thanks so much.
All right, cool.
Peace on me.
See ya.